doesn't make you noble that you're already selling yourself short before you even had the chance. So hello spinners, and welcome back to this video. Today I'm going to be bringing a very practical video from a book that I actually read recently. Yes, we read another book, and today's book is The Magic of Thinking Big. As the name sounds, you know that this video is going to be filled with so much goodness, and just keep on watching because this is going to actually help you to think big and realize what your mind can actually do when you have God in it. Yes. So fun fact about this book, first of all, is that I actually screenshotted this book to read it in June of 2022, but I only got around to read it in 2023. I think I read it in like February or March. No, I read it in February, and it really like helped me with a lot of things I was struggling with. But why I said God, as you noticed in the beginning, is that you can't really get a lot of things that you need without actually involving God in your life. You might actually get away with some, but the ones that you truly desire, you might not get them, because, or you might get them but not the right way that God would have given it to you. Like right now, like being able to like incorporate God into my life has actually changed the way I think. I'm not just always saying, oh, I manifested that. No, it's not about manifestation or anything. If God didn't want you to have it, you won't have it. Trust me. Trust me. If it's not yet your time, you won't get things that you want. So I'm actually going to be, diving into the book, but I always want to say that please involve God in your life because He's the one and only. Okay? So the sun is hitting. The sun is hitting today. It's hitting right. And I actually like it. Like, I actually love the sun, so I'm not going to use any ring light thingy. I like the sun. I love filming with the sun. So yes, we're going to be filming with the sun. It's actually like the AC is on in the room, so it's good, but like the sun is still, the effect of the sun is still sunning. Anyways, child, let's get into this video. The book has like 13 chapters. I think it's 13. Yes. So number 1 talks about believe you can succeed, and you will, as it should, because sometimes we actually don't think that we can succeed. I was recently watching like a YouTuber's video, like she's actually so cool. I'm trying to remember her name. I will insert it when I see, but she was talking about when she was applying to grad schools, and she actually didn't think that she was capable of going to like MIT, and when she got there she was like, oh my god, like I literally could have gotten this. And that's like the power of the mind. Like sometimes you think that you're not a big shot, literally you're not a big shot, but to be honest, you are a big shot, because even just thinking that you can, like I always say this thing, if you think that you can even do it, like if God has already set it in your mind, you can do it. Trust me, if you try, if you truly give you your all, you will get there, and you can do it. It's just like actually like not passively but actively pursuing the things that you know that you can do. And trust me, one way or the other, it's going to come to you. Like, just have to believe. So that's chapter 1. In chapter 2, he talks about cure yourself of excusitis. Yes, a lot of people would be great today if they stopped giving excuses of time, of money, of confidence, of so many, like literally. It's this video I created on when I was going to the beach, and I was literally giving myself like 1 million reasons to not go. Phone is low. I want to carry food. There's no light to warm it, and I was just like, the book I want to read is not open on my phone. My Wi-Fi is dead, and also there is fuel scarcity. And that's when I knew that the human mind, if you want to give excuses, we can come up with the craziest things to not do something. So like it's very like important that you notice yourself. You know your cues when you're starting to give excuse, and actually like say, oh, I'm not going to give excuses today, I'm going to do it. And if you already know me, you know that I love books that actually have like examples in it of people that have done this, and it has worked for them with strategies, because literally that gives you the confidence to know that it would work for you, which is diving into like chapter 3, which is build confidence and kill fear. Yes, I know that it sounds like an easy thing to do, but it's actually not easy to do if you do not have the confidence in you to like do stuff, to like chase after things. So that's why it's like really easy for you to start with like the building blocks of confidence, looking into someone's eyes, eyes. Yes, these are ways to actually build confidence. Like when someone is speaking to you, you can just look the person in the eye rather than like darting around, and actually makes it look, not makes it look, no, that's rude, but it helps you listen better, because when you're looking into the person's eye, you're forced to put your entire focus on that individual, and then you are listening more to that person. So yeah, that's it. It's a little tip for you to actually listen more and be a good listener, because it's actually very important. I'm reading this book, You're Not Listening Now, by Kate Murphy. I've actually mentioned in like 2 videos now, and I'm still not done, but I'm actually learning a lot with this video, and it's actually making me a better listener, to be honest. And I would actually advise you to read it if you have the time, but if you don't, I will come back and give it to you. He goes in with a chapter 4 on how to think big. It sounds like it's just easy to think big, but it's not really easy to think big sometimes if you're used to like thinking really, really small, because maybe you don't want to overthink things, and when it flops, you don't want to be discouraged. In How to Think Big, he talks about being the greatest weakness being self-deprivation. Like, people are always selling themselves short, and to be honest, I believe this, because I've seen case scenarios where someone is like actually very good for a job role, and the person just downplays themselves and say, oh no, I could never do that. And I'm like, you're just going to do that to yourself. Like, you're just going to make yourself seem like you're small, just like that. Nobody even told you, you are already doing it to yourself. Like, that doesn't make you noble. It doesn't make you noble that you're already selling yourself short before you even had the chance. It's so much better for me to actually go for something so big, than I feel, than I never do it and I just be like, oh, it's too much for me. That's so bad. And he talks about a story where like an interviewer, which is like a very huge thing, like recruiters getting like young people for a role, and a lot of people like that she interviews are always like talking about the retire. Why are you even talking about the retirement plan? Like, how old are you? You're like just 22. Like, what are you using the retirement plan? But she's like, a lot of people are asking that question, and other like small questions that are not really like talking about how do I get to the top in this organization, do you understand, like how do I manage, how do I like talk like you want to be a leader, and you're not just there to just like take their benefits and run. Like, that looks like you're not even there to work for the company, to improve the company or something, like that. It doesn't even show that you care. So yeah, that's that. I really want you to read this book. That's why I'm not going to dive in and give you every single detail, because trust me, gems were dropped in your eyes, gems were dropped in your mind. So it's just about like you taking the time to read it, listen to the audiobook. I've always said this, I have an entire video where I tell you how to finish books, because the book is actually big. The book is actually big, I'm not even going to lie, but it's actually very interesting. Like, once you start, you don't want to close, because you want to know how to think big. You do, and that's why you're watching this video up until the end. I see you, and thank you so much for taking this time to actually take care of yourself, because trust me, it's not about me, it's about you. I really want you to get every single detail from this book that has actually helped to grow my mind and make me feel like, yes, everything I'm chasing, it's actually worth it, because trust me, it is. Self-depreciation is not noble. And he actually like says this assignment about like write down assets that you have, then actually after writing that, try and find a successful person that does not have all those attributes that you already listed out that you have. And this actually opens out your eyes to see that you have so much potential, like you are so much bigger than you are, that you think that you are. And this actually like makes you pursue things, to be honest. This chapter, he talks about how to think and dream creatively. You would not believe the amount of people that do not even try to dream creatively. Like, you do not even want to know like what your dreams, like just be imaginative, be creative, just do something, just say something, just imagine that you are where you want to be and more. And some people, they do not even want to do that. They just cut it off and be like, no, I don't want to, like it's too much there. Oh, that's too big, oh, president, oh no, that could never be me. That could be me. That could be me. You know, just say that to yourself. That could be me. Act like that girl and you are going to be that girl. Like, to be honest, like, that's the thing. Act like it, think like it, and to be honest, you are going to become that. And okay, so I believe that everybody's creative, because creative thinking is just finding a way to improve, you know, your current state of life or current state of living or any other thing. And a lot of people don't think they are creative, but let me tell you, you are creative. You might not think you're creative, but actually even coming up with a hairstyle to put on your hair, that is creative, because there are 1 million ways for you to make your hair, and you actually double down to choose one. That's creative. Yes, give yourself a round of applause. There are so many other ways to be creative, like passing your exams and every other thing. Devising even a means to study for you to actually pass your exams. That's creative. Give yourself a round of applause. Please put the baby there. We got you. So yes, that's it. When you believe, your mind finds out ways for it to work. This has been the craziest thing in my life. Let me tell you, yeah, I started YouTube with no equipment. Like, I didn't have anything. I didn't have nothing. I just had my phone and my willingness to do this. How many months into being a YouTube creator, I got tripods, I got lights, I got what can you not think of? Actually, I've not gotten a camera yet. But like, I literally got everything that I needed to comfortably create content, because I have already started the journey. I have already begun what has been on my mind since I was a little girl. Because let me tell you, being a YouTube creator, let's not say I have always wanted to be a YouTube creator, but speaking to the camera has always been something that I have loved doing. I have always loved being like, oh my god, this star. I love it so much. And this is just a stepping stone to so much great things that I'm about to, you know, achieve in life, because God has put it in my soul, in my heart, for me to do this, and that's why I am here. So yes, I am so grateful that you are still watching this video and, you know, getting all the tea in this beautiful book, because trust me, it's a gem. Okay, so let me tell you about experiment he says in the book. When you believe something is impossible, your mind comes up with so many ways, 1 million ways for you to go down and say, oh, it really is impossible. Like, your mind, very creative. It's just like Google. When you say like, oh, is coffee good, it will give you reasons. Oh, is coffee bad, it will give you reasons. So like, and they tried another experiment, and when your mind tells you, I really believe that you can get this opportunity, I really believe in your capabilities, your mind will come up with creative, mind-blowing ways to make your dream come to reality. It will, trust me. And that is why I'm telling you, when you think that you can't do something, believe it. Just believe and just try. In your wildest dreams, it might even work. And you will be amazed. And you come here and comment and say it worked, right? Yeah, you will. You are what you think you are. Let me tell you, when you stand up and you say that you are, you know, a piece of... To be honest, people are going to treat you like that. But when you say that, oh, you are that girl, you are... Why am I saying that girl throughout this video? But like, you are confident in your capabilities and you're ready to like bring out what you have to the world. Let me tell you, people are going to sense it. People are going to sense that way that you carry yourself, and they're going to give it to you 100%. It's either they disrespect you or they respect you. So you are actually the one that's going to make the pick. And I hope that you're choosing the one that is respectful, hopefully, except you're going to get disrespected. So he actually says something that I actually really like, and he says, appear important. That is, dress importantly, you know, and you will be treated importantly. To be honest, it's not actually true for everybody, because sometimes somebody can be dressed really good, but the way they speak, you're just like it's not really matching. It's not really matching. But that's why you have to not just dress well, but actually your thinking has to be right, because if your thinking is not right, you're still going to be treated like disrespectively. To be honest, I don't make the rules. Spinners, guess what?